Page 125, The Secret of the Method. Trials that reveal the truth. Episode 125. What if the most painful events in history are actually necessary? What if chaos, injustice, and crises are not random accidents, but moments designed to expose hypocrisy and reveal truth? Why do some people grow stronger during trials, while others collapse completely? Today we explore a powerful idea. Trials are the great filter of humanity. They separate truth from deception, faith from hypocrisy, patience from arrogance. Segment 1. Why trials become inevitable. When corruption spreads in society, when injustice becomes normal, when people create systems and laws disconnected from divine guidance, a moment inevitably arrives. A moment of trial and upheaval, not as punishment alone, but as a process of purification. Trials shake societies so that hidden realities become visible. People who speak beautiful words but carry different intentions in their hearts begin to fall. Their hypocrisy becomes exposed. Meanwhile, sincere believers are strengthened and confirmed in their faith. This is the divine process of sifting humanity. Segment 2. The Great Sifting. Many people claim noble causes. They speak loudly about truth, justice, and faith. But some of them are only riding the wave. They follow movements when they are popular, when they bring status, when they promise influence. But when trials arrive, everything changes. Suddenly, fear appears. Intentions are revealed. Masks fall. And the trial becomes a filter, separating the sincere from the opportunists. Segment 3. Truthful people and corrupt programming. Those who succeed in trials are not perfect people, but they share one important quality. They refuse to remain prisoners of corrupt mental programming. Society often teaches patterns that normalize injustice, arrogance, and blind imitation. These ideas settle deeply in people's minds. But the sincere believer struggles to erase this corruption. They seek truth instead of popularity. They do not chase fame or recognition. They care about sincerity more than appearance. Because of this, their enemies often slander them. History repeatedly shows this pattern. Those who stand for truth are often attacked by those threatened by it. Segment 4. When falsehood reaches its peak. A powerful principle appears in many historical cycles. Falsehood often grows stronger. Before it collapses, injustice spreads widely. Arrogant people feel untouchable. They believe nothing can challenge their power. But this stage is actually the final phase before collapse. When injustice reaches its maximum level, the system begins to destroy itself. The arrogant fall into traps they never expected. Meanwhile, sincere people quietly survive the storm. Segment 5. Why trials come without warning. Many trials arrive suddenly. People are unprepared. They never imagined such events could happen. Why? Because arrogance blinds them. Warnings often existed before the crisis, but people ignored them. They rejected truth. They mocked sincere voices. They dismissed every sign. So when the trial finally arrives, it exposes their blindness. Segment 6. The Decisive Moment. Every great trial leads to a decisive moment. A moment when truth and falsehood finally separate. Masks fall. Pretenders are exposed. Hidden corruption becomes visible. This moment is not easy, because it destroys systems people became comfortable with. Many people drown in these transitions. Those obsessed with appearances. Those dependent on power. Those who worship wealth or reputation. They reject the trial and call it madness, chaos, or evil. But in reality, it is evil only for those who built their lives on corruption. For sincere people, it becomes a path to freedom. Segment 7. Why some people hate trials. Many people hate trials Not because trials are evil, but because trials expose them. Hypocrisy cannot survive exposure. False reputations collapse. Performative righteousness becomes obvious. So people resist the trial itself. They reject the process that reveals truth. But rejecting trials is like rejecting patience. It is like rejecting growth. It is like refusing the very test that proves sincerity. Segment 8. Life itself is a trial. Trials are not limited to historical crises. They exist in everyday life. Children are a trial. Spouses are a trial. Wealth is a trial. Even relationships between people are tests. God reminds us in the Quran, "We made some of you a trial for others. Will you be patient?" Every interaction reveals something inside us. Will we respond with patience? Or anger? Humility? Or arrogance? Faith? Or despair? Segment 9. The hidden test inside the heart. Sometimes the greatest trials are invisible. They happen inside the heart. A person may speak about faith and patience, but when the real test arrives, their reaction reveals their true state. Do they seek forgiveness? Do they return to humility? Or do they become proud and stubborn? Trials expose these hidden qualities. They reveal whether our words truly match our hearts. Segment 10. The choice during trials. During every trial, a person faces a choice. Patience or panic. Humility or arrogance. Trust or despair. One path leads to growth and honor. The other leads to loss. Even controlling anger during hardship becomes a great act of strength. The person who restrains their anger while able to act upon it is promised honor and reward. So the real question becomes, will you master your reactions? Or will your emotions control you? Closing reflection. Trials are not accidents in the story of humanity. They are moments of revelation. They expose hypocrisy. They purify communities. They strengthen sincere believers. And they destroy the illusions built on arrogance and corruption. Life itself is a continuous test. Through relationships, wealth, power, and hardship. So the ultimate question remains. When the trial arrives, will you remain patient? Or will the storm reveal a different reality within you?